Hey everybody, I'm StephenTube1967 and we are in the Infected. And right now we're at the bridge and we're going to do a little test together. And our test is going to be a couple of things, at least two things that I want to test is one, where I'm at, will the Vambie horde, the Vambie swarm attack that comes in the evening, is that based on where I am at, or is that based on where the base is at, or maybe where my spawn bed is? Now, this is not my spawn bed, it's just a bed, but it's here. So what we're going to do is we're going to sleep until the horde night begins, and then we're going to see what happens here. So what I've done is I've saved my game. I came out here and saved my game before starting this video. And when the horde night starts, then we're going to see what happens. So I don't want 50 Vambies coming up these stairs trying to kill me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete them. Now remember, one, it's not that difficult to replace those stairs, but I am trying to test to see if something happens. Something I saw on the beta server when I was testing out the horde nights is if you put yourself on a horde night, if you put yourself in a situation where the horde can't get to you, your game starts to lag, like crazy bad lag. So that's what we're going to do is, all right, the gang's here. They're all here. Woohoo! The party's begun. I don't technically need to eat any of this. It doesn't matter, but I just don't want to see that message. Alright. So it sounds like, yeah, they're coming. They're coming. Uh-oh. It's lagging. We're getting some definite lags. Lots of horde. Lots of Vambies down there. All the Vambies are down there. And now comes the lag fest. See, when I was doing this on the testing this on the beta server, what I did is at my base, I set up, I was still trying to see if there was ways that I could prevent the Vambies from getting to me, testing different kind of, kind of like using the log cart, except the log stand. The log stand doesn't work anymore. The Vambies will just jump up or walk up on it and still get to you if you try to surround yourself with a log stand, and that includes your base. They're just going to walk all over it and attack your base anyway, including your fence. It won't help you at all to use the log stand defense. Jeez. Holy smokes. I'm just watching. I got Task Manager open on my computer, and this keeps not responding. So this is not a good idea. This is actually the absolute worst idea in the world. So for those of you out there who are thinking about doing things like this, thinking about how can I set up I don't know, some kind of a Vambie defense where I can fight the Vambies and not have them attack the base. Like, I know some people have talked about creating creating like a small defensive platform outside of their base and hoping that the Vambies will come to them and attack them, and they can fight them there instead of fighting them at their base or at their fences. And I can understand that, but the problem with that issue is you're still going to incur damage. That means whatever structure you set up for yourself to defend the Vambies with, the Vambies are going to do damage to that. And you're going to have to repair and replace everything that they damage. And the other thing, like you see, my game is frozen right now. I'm trying to back out of the frame of where all the action is happening right now. Seriously, I'm trying to do that. The game is just, yeah, now we're moving. If I can get far enough back, it might stop. It might stop. Okay, good. Okay, I think we might have gotten far enough away from them that it's not going to freeze our game anymore. So if you develop some kind of a base that will bring the Vambies to you, one of the things you need to make sure you do is you still need to give the Vambies kind of like, they need to have a path to getting to you. If they don't have a path to get to you and attack you, your game will lag out. It will do exactly what mine just did there, because the Vambies can't get me. Now let's do a test. Let's do another test. I'm going to leave this game. I'm going to pause the video for you. I'm going to leave this game, come back in, start where I started over again. I'm going to leave the stairs, those steps, down into the base so that the Vambies have a path to get to me. Okay? I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so now we know what happens if you're unreachable. So whatever defensive plans you have for dealing with Vambie swarm attacks, don't be unreachable. Don't create a platform that they can't get you. If you do that, the game is going to lag. At least mine was lagging like super crazy. So let's try that again. We're going to leave the steps in here. Let's sleep. And so I have been working on this second part of this video, and I've had a couple of issues with the second part. In one part, the Vambies overwhelmed me and they killed me. It's like, well, I didn't really get a chance to finish testing what I wanted to finish for us. So it's important that I don't die. And then in the next one, the Vambies, they destroyed the stairs themselves. And then the game lagged. Like really bad. It froze for me. So I understand it's probably something for we gotta let the developer know so that they can fix. I think the plan here on this second attempt is don't let the Vambies destroy the stairs. So whatever we do, make sure that we get the Vambies to keep coming up after us. So I'm gonna move back a little bit and wait for our Vambies to come in. Coming pretty soon. Alright, let's get back up here. Let's hope they don't destroy the stairs, because that's like the worst thing in the world that can happen to us right now. We're gonna do it. Come on. Come on, guys. We can do this. We can do this. Okay. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Where's the health? Everything's looking okay. It's looking okay. Let's get them. Let's finish them off. All right, we did it. Okay, so for those of you who maybe weren't quite understanding what I was trying to say, this is my 5th attempt at trying to make the second part of this video. I've had a few issues. So in my first attempt, the Vambies overwhelmed me, and I couldn't. Actually, I wanna loot these guys. Yeah, I want my arrows back. Although, you know what? In the end, I'm not gonna save this game. Because oh, my arrow just broke. Oh, that was so bad. I noticed that when I was out here. It's like, do I run back to my base and get an arrow that, or get a bow that isn't busted? And in the end, I guess I decided no. So, anyway. So we survived this. And again, I am not going to save this game. This is a test. When we're done with the test, I'm just going to quit the game and start over again where I last left off, which was basically over here. This is where I saved it right here. Wait, what was that? I know, you're like, hey, you don't really need to worry about that, do you? It's like, no, I guess I don't. I just want to see. Okay, can I find, okay, there's my arrows. I wonder how long they last there before they finally, like, disappear. So we're going to head back to the base. We're going to check it out. I'm pretty sure the base is going to be okay. The Vambies were mostly here. So what we know is, first, the Vambies go wherever we go. So if you aren't at your base when the Vambie swarm begins, they're coming to you. They're not going to your base. However, if they do successfully kill you, you will respawn wherever your spawn point is. And if the Vambie swarm is still going on, I'm just going to assume the Vambies are going to come to your base and try to get you while there's still time. That's what I'm suspecting. I'm not going to test for that. I don't want to test for that. And I know that we got all the Vambies here, so we're okay. Yep, the base is okay. I'm going to assume already our base is fine. It's dandy. It's great. So what I guess I could say is, if you guys want to build a base away from your base, and I don't know how far it would have to be outside, but let's just assume that maybe you want to be far enough that you can't see your base. Let's just say that. Whatever you build, you better make sure that the Vambies have the ability to get to you. If you build a defensive structure where they can't get to you, where they can destroy something and be unable to reach you, oh, that sun is so bright, and be able to unable to reach you, they will lag out your game and it'll become unplayable. But if you make it so that they can reach you, you better be prepared, because you are fighting 14 Vambies, 15 Vambies, however many Vambies on your own. That's it. End of story. Fortunately, they seem to come a little bit at a time. But once they're completely done with, like, destroying whatever's down below, they're definitely gonna come up. But you gotta be careful, because if there's only one way to get up to you, and for some reason they like destroy the stairs or whatever it is, and you're on a platform where all of a sudden you become unreachable, they'll lag out your game. And I already know that because I had a video before this one that successfully worked. And I guess we could add it, but maybe I could just describe to you, just simply, I was doing the second part. The Vambies were there. I was working on killing them. There wasn't problems with lagging. And near like maybe the halfway point or something, one of the Vambies destroyed the stairs. And all of a sudden there was no way for the Vambies to get to me. And I was able to start killing them. But there were a couple that were hard for me to see. That were kind of like standing underneath me waiting for me to come down. And when I went down to get them, the game just lagged. And I was completely unable to continue. I mean, I sat for like 3 minutes in my chair and was unable to get it out of not responding. So whatever you guys do, think about how you want to manage these Vambies. If you're going to build I guess we'll call it a bait base. It's a base or a structure you build, a bait defense away from your base. You get the Vambies to come to it. You fight them there while they destroy it. And if you build it well enough, you can kill them before they kill you. And maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe for the next video or next few videos, as many as it takes, I try to build a good bait base that gives me the opportunity to kill the Vambies. And it's got to be a couple things, or a few things. Number one, the bait base has to be economical. That means whatever we put down there, it has to be easy to rebuild. It can't be something, we can't do concrete, we can't do bricks, we can't do glass, we can't do anything besides wood. It has to be wood. And as I said, it's economical. It shouldn't be expensive to fix, to replace or build a new base in its place. Number two, it has to be far enough away from our base so that they come to us and that they don't go to our base. So I'm not sure how far, but I'll try to pick something not as far away as my bridge is from my base, but somewhere kind of away from it, so that they're definitely going to come to us first. We need to make sure that the Vambies have not one but probably multiple paths to get to us. So if they break down one bridge or something, or steps that we are using for them to get up to us, whatever platform we're building, that can't be the only way to get up to us, because if it is, they're going to lag out. And I think in the end, the last thing again has to be that we've got to be able to manage how many are coming so that we don't get overwhelmed too fast. I mean, I was on that bridge and I was working my butt off. To get those guys down. And as I mentioned, in one of my attempts, in one of the videos I haven't shown you, they overran me. Like 14 of those things, even if they're not all coming at you at the same time, it gets really rough. It gets to be a little bit too much. And I busted my bow just because I shouldn't have let it get that bad. And let's see, I got back 31. I got 31 of 38 arrows that I had when we started this. So I think that's what I'll do for the next video. I'll try to mock up a bait defensive platform, a bait base, and we'll see if we can get the Vambies to go there. And we'll work on what we can do to make it economical, easy to repair and put back up again. You know, easy to put up, easy to maintain and repair when they destroy it. And in the end, here's what my final summation is going to be. I think that this is not a good use of time. I think that my best recommendation for everybody who's playing this game and likes Vambie swarms but doesn't want to see their base absolutely demolished, put up fences. If you've watched my video where 7.1 we had a Vambie swarm that same evening, it was a very recent video, you see that they spent a lot of time at the fences, very little time on me. I was able to take them down before they turned their attention to the base. And I think the developer kind of had that in mind when he was developing this, so that they would, for those of us who put fences around our bases, we have time to take them down before they turn their attention to our base. And for those of you who don't have a fence, man, don't turn on Vambie swarms. Figure something out, and maybe you do with this. You do this. You do a bait base, a very small bait base that's set up to be manageable to take them down. So you can have Vambie swarms and farm them, and all that other good stuff. Because maybe you'll like that. I don't like it. I don't want to have it on. But that's it for this video, guys. I appreciate you hanging out while we're kind of talking through all this stuff. If you stay to the end of the video. So if you guys like this video, please, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get alerts when I come out with new videos. And as always, comment. Tell me what you think about what we just did. What did we just see? What are your thoughts? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, dudes.